All right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. Ready? I'm going to start a podcast that has no focus, and it'll take up an inordinate amount of time.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Boomer Bunker, episode 308. I am one of your hosts, John Jamingo. I don't want to brag, but this guy didn't lose one dime in the stock market today. And with me, as always, my podcast ride or die, the jelly to my peanut butter sandwich. It's Sniffles. How you doing, Sniffles?
I'm better. Thank you. Thank you.
Poor Kate. She's got to go on a 20-mile hike and she can barely breathe. She's on breathing treatments. Yeah. No, Sparky, I didn't lose a dime. I didn't lose a dime on the stock market. You know who loses money in the stock market? People that have money to go out and play with. Investors.
Yeah.
Investors were
pensions and all.
Shitting their pants. Well, I got it. There's Neil. How's it going there? Half black Neil.
He clarified just in case you didn't know.
Yes, I got it.
Oh, see, Mike's going, did you get higher resolution cameras? No, he just made the screen smaller.
I got bigger. I was playing with it. See, because StreamYard has a lot of different things that you can do. Like I can go here. I can make us do this. I can do this with us. But I settled on this. I like that.
Did you say you played with it and made it bigger?
As one does. Okay. As one does. Speaking of that, I might as well get into this. If I can find it. See, this is the problem I'm having. I got too much stuff up.
Well, what we're going to shout out first. Because we were going to.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
See? I'm all over the place. I'm just going to let you know.
John's everywhere tonight.
I'm very twitchy tonight. My brain is scattered.
You are.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now, if you want to get one, Boomer Bunker mugs. Look at that. And where do you get one of these? Well, you can buy one. You can buy one right now. All you have to do is go over to horribledesigns.com.
That's right. Thank you, Jason.
And you go over to horribledesigns.com, and in the search bar up there, you put Boomer Bunker, and it'll show you Boomer Bunker merch. And for the low price of $17.99, you can get yourself a Boomer Bunker mug. And I'll tell you what, coffee never tasted so good as
Coffee's
it does.
Delicious.
Out of a Boomer Bunker mug. Yep. He also makes our stickers and stuff like that. So he did a great job. Sent us these mugs, and we appreciate that. So I said, hey, if you want to, our fan, all tens of fans.
We appreciate the tens of fans.
Tens of fans might buy this mug. And he's like, how much do you want to make on it? I said, nothing, not $1. I'm putting it out there for the fans. If the Boomer Bunker fans want a mug that makes your coffee taste that much better, we should make any money on it. So there you go. Hey, we got merch.
Oh my God.
We got merch.
We got merch. Mike says he wants a mug of me flipping the bird. You probably might have to special order that.
I can get that. Graphic. I can get that done.
Goodness.
I can get that done. I have the picture of it. I can send it right over to Jason. And I'm sure Jason.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can make that happen.
So the mugs, you can get an 11-ounce or a 15-ounce mug.
What are these?
I think those are 15.
Oh, okay.
So they're a little bigger.
All right.
Because, more coffee.
Yes.
Or as Budbugger says, coffee.
So now, normally what I drink my coffee out of is this thing. It's a 54-ounce thing. So what I was doing today was I was taking this, I was opening the lid, and I was because it tastes okay in here. But once I poured that into this beautiful mug here,
something about the ceramic just makes it so much better.
It tastes so much better.
It does.
So, thank you, Jason. Thank you very much for everything you do. Uh,
I
somehow,
also got one of these doodads.
I got a weather report one too.
A
Where's
weather
mine?
report. This is the one that John and I play on in the mornings. So
I
you
got
can.
bumped out. I couldn't get in the other morning. It
I don't
said
know what's
that
up with that.
I
There
don't know
must have been
either.
a glitch. He would not block you out.
I know.
For some reason, Bruce likes you. So.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. But it tastes like Jersey Shore and saltwater taffy.
Yeah. Was it Jersey Bay coffee?
Jersey Bay. The Delaware Bay coffee.
How do you sleep? He wants to know.
You know what? I drink this thing first in the morning. It helps me poop. And then that's all I drink the
How is
rest of
that
the
a
day.
thing? I drink coffee all day. I don't walk around pooping. Like I need coffee. I take a 20-ounce that sits in the car. So when I'm done with the gym, I drink that. And then I take a 24-ounce to work. And then I
you
drink at
more
least
than I do.
And then I drink a couple on the show.
Like I make 40.
Good for you.
Like I make 4 cups. 4 cups. Which is what 32. Like a quart of coffee is what goes in here.
Yeah.
And then I just drink it. And then about halfway through, I got to go poop. All right, enough of that.
Bruce says it's the poop. Coffee's the ultimate poop lube.
Yes, it does. It lubes up the sphincter. It gets everything greased up and ready to go. All right, so we have another surprise.
Yes.
In our back end, we have a producer. Producer Mike is back there.
It's where we keep all our fun things in the back.
In the back end.
You mean anal?
Yes, anal. He's playing with the sound effects. He can do everything that I do and Duchess does. He can put up comments. He can play audio. He can hit the faggot thing, the faggot pop up when the girl yells faggots. He can do all that. He can everything that I can do. He can do. So it's nice to have a producer back there. It helps.
Thank you, producer Mike.
Thank you, producer Mike. And this is his first night. So
everybody be nice.
Oh, I don't want to screw anything up. I'm like, this show?
You're not.
What are you kidding me? What do we got here? I mean, what do you think? What is this, CNN? The screw ups are even funnier than the regular show.
There you go. Sparky says, talks about poop and follows it up with the back end.
Yes. Well,
that's how John rolls, folks.
That's how it's right. It is.
Dean already has requests. All right.
A Duchess laugh.
No.
See, he can't. I don't think he has all these, but I'll give you a Duchess laugh. Love that.
It's the hand bang.
Right. All right. So you know how I get into things. Like I find something, I obsess over it.
No.
So my latest thing is I need a ecosystem. You know, like, what do you mean, John? So, and like a lot of times people use Gmail Calendar, or Google Calendar.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Right. All that stuff. All right. And I'm an Apple fanboy. All right. I've got right in front of me, I've got 2 iPads. I have an iPhone. I have a Mac Mini. I've got 2 Mac laptops that I use.
That's bragging camp. It's cool.
Okay.
That's good.
And Apple has everything. It has Apple Mail. It has notes. The note that I send to Duchess is on Apple Notes. I do the notes and I throw it up there. So I found this lovely, lovely Indian girl that's over on YouTube. And she explained all the stuff you can do with all the ecosystem. Like you can take a note and turn it into a reminder. And then you can take an email and take the email from Apple Mail and make it a reminder and then drop it into notes. And I'm like, what?
Isn't that funny? How long have you had Apple products? Years?
I bought my first 2012. I bought my first Mac Mini. I don't know how long I've had an iPhone. I've had an iPhone forever.
Yeah. So you figure computers for at least 13 years.
Yeah. No idea. I just, what I did was I was converted from Windows, which I hated, couldn't stand. And then, no. She, you know what? She had just the right, she just had a hint of an Indian accent. She wasn't like, take the reminders. And no, you could understand it. She was lovely, nice and slow, explain what she was doing. And I'm like,
smart marketing, pretty Indian girl.
Pretty Indian girl.
Minimal accent.
Exactly.
Just Indian enough to go, ooh.
Just Indian. Matter of fact, can I?
No, don't. Just keep going. Talk about the ecosystem. You don't need to find.
I got to show her. She's such a cutie. See if it pops up.
So,
Upstairs.
well, for the listeners,
Hang
too
on.
bad.
I understand. Yes, for the listeners. Here it is.
Oh, whoop,
The
whoop.
best productivity system.
All right. Did you hear that?
A little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen.
It's a tease.
I know. I am a tease. Here she is. Isn't she lovely?
Oh, she's cute.
She is. And like just listen to her.
System is the one which works between each other and the one which is the most accessible to you. That way, Apple Notes with the Apple Reminders and Apple Calendars is the perfect productivity system.
It's the perfect. It's a perfect ecosystem for you Apple fanboys.
I love that they call it an ecosystem because you were talking about that and I didn't know what you were referencing. Like I didn't understand what that meant. So, but I guess all the native apps nestle together, which is what's great about Apple is that all plays together.
Yes.
Nice. You know,
So
say what you will about Google and Gmail and all that. They all play nicely together too. Again, I guess the ecosystem.
So one of the things that I do here is I have my soundboard is over here, and then I have another iPad right in front of me with all the notes for today, what we're going to go in our topics, you know, to keep an ADHD guy like me on task.
We try. Yeah, he's already off the rails.
Okay. So one of the things I hate is, you know, if I want to try to, I'm over here trying to touch things. Then she says, do you know that you could take your mouse and move it off to the side and it will work on your iPad? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Stop the button, look over, and sure as shit, I can take my mouse and here it is. It's on my thing and I can touch things. I was like, this is insane. How does this happen? What is this trickery? So like when you say titles, I can go down to the bottom and I can have a thing for titles and I can just type the titles in real quick instead of trying to write them with my horrible handwriting. And then afterwards say, what was that? What did that say? How did I spell that? So anyhow, now I can't figure out how to get my mouse back over to the other way.
Just simply drag it back.
But now my mouse is stuck on my iPad.
No.
Fuck. No. Wait a minute. Up there it is.
Better ask Priya over there what she suggests.
Hey, Priya, how do I get my mouse back on my regular screen? Oh, this is easy. You just go to the top like you did when you came in.
Did it work?
Very nice. It did work. I'm back. I'm back over here.
I'm back, bitches.
Yes.
There you go.
So anyhow.
Anyway.
I was doing that today. And so I'm all into that now. So today I got my Apple mail out. I was like, oh, and I looked at my mail and I'm like, delete. Oh, I need this one. I'm going to set a reminder to remind me to do whatever this thing tells me to do. Look at that. Right. And it comes on a reminder and then it goes into the calendar. And I'm like,
I set reminders all the time in my calendar. Yep.
This is amazing.
Life is good.
So there you go. Life is good.
Now, as long as you remember to do that,
yes,
it'll help because you'll be like, oh, I'll do that in a minute. And then gone.
But here's something.
But right now it's shiny worky. So that's good.
Right. So one of the things I do is before we do the show, in Apple Notes, I write like episode 308. I do. I feel like a new man. I like a young boy.
He's a young John Domingo now.
Through the meadow. Yes. So I have a note I put in there and it's like, okay, this is what's going to be on the show. So Duchess in her busy part of the day, she can say, okay, well, what are we doing here? And it just goes down and has everything here, right? That we need.
Yes.
What's going to happen on the show? And today she wanted to put something on. She was going to talk about it. She goes, oh, I see you didn't put the two things that I wanted on there. You didn't put that on there. I'm like, you have access to this. Again, anybody that works with me, I'm like, do what you want, put what you want. I'm just I'm doing this because somebody has to.
I don't like to rearrange the notes because you set them because you have a way of doing things on the show. So I don't want to just shove topics.
Shove it in there.
Okay.
Shove it dry. Jam it in there. And I will figure out where to put it.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
That's and a matter of fact, in the topics list, you can put it right. You can jam it right in wherever you want, and that's where it'll be. And that's how we'll do it.
All right.
There we go.
There we go.
So, Duchess,
got that out of the way.
This unplanned topic. What are you doing this weekend?
Well, I took Friday and Monday off, and me and 4 of my girlfriends are going to go hiking. So we're driving to Virginia tomorrow, and we'll be doing a 20-mile hike. It's called the Mammoth March on Saturday morning. So the goal is 20 miles in 8 hours.
What's the weather supposed to be?
Hot, really hot. It's gross. I think it's humid right now because it's Virginia, and B, they've had rain. So hot and moisty, wet, gross weather is probably going to be humid.
Moist. It's a moist hike.
Moist. Yeah. I hope it's not. I'm not a big fan of humidity because that gets to me a little easier, but I have cooling towels, so I'll be bringing those and just keep them wet, and they're helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And stay hydrated.
I'll never forget when in the elevator when I was moist. When I was in the elevator business, we used to once a year the union would set up a fishing trip, like a deep sea fishing trip that
Fun.
we would go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd go on the boat. The one year, the guys the night before, so it was on a Saturday. So Friday night we'd all go down and we'd meet up in a bar down the shore, and then we would drink and everything. Well, the one time the waitress that was in there, they hired her to be the waitress on the boat, and they said if she comes and does it topless, that they'll pay her an extra. I forget how much money. She did topless through the whole thing. So I went on every year. I would go. I
bet, hoping to see the waitress again, right?
Well, that's of course.
It was a bonus, but yeah,
sure was.
No, but yeah, absolutely.
So the one year we go out to the bar or whatever, and we were out late, and I got so drunk. I mean, I got hammered. Mm-hmm. The next morning, I wake up because you got to get up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, hungover. I go outside, and it's hot, sticky, no air down the shore. Ugh. I vomit over the rail of the dock that I'm at.
That's sexy. Okay.
Right. Now I'm driving I got to drive to where the boat is. I'm driving, and I got to stop, open the door, and dry heave out the door.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking to myself, it costs you like, I don't know, $50 or something to go on the boat because there's sandwiches. And I said, would I pay $50 right now not to go on this boat?
Yes.
And I went, yes, I would. And I turned around and went right the fuck back home. And they're like, what happened? I said, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, I had something come up, my dinner.
Yeah.
And my breakfast, and everything.
Yeah, $100 worth of alcohol last night. Good Lord.
You know what? I think you probably made a wise decision because I couldn't imagine how seasick you would have been and how you would have been probably heat stroke and dehydrated because what would you have been drinking on the boat?
Yeah, but I've never been seasick. Well, I've never had motion sickness, so I don't know.
Well, but drunk like pukey. If you're already coming on pukey,
yeah,
that horizon dip is when you're not. Yeah, I'm not normally seasick, but it is hard to watch after a while. I'm like,
I'm thinking of you, can't breathe, going on this hike for 20 miles. How, like I'd be like,
yeah,
sorry, girls. You're going to have to go without me.
Oh, no.
Of course not Duchess.
No. Well, I'm on steroids. It's like this the pill. So I'm taking that. I went and picked that up, I think on Tuesday, whatever. One day I left work and just went and got meds. So they gave me that. So that's making a difference. So it's actually easier to breathe. I don't feel like I'm breathing through a straw. But I'm still coughing like occasionally. Like I'll keep muting and cough, but I'll be outside, so if I get puke, I can just puke and keep walking. If I need to check out, there will be like stations along the way if I need to dip. But I'm hopeful I won't. But I'll be carrying a rescue inhaler, which should be fun. So,
all right.
Neil goes steroids. Yeah, not like workout steroids. It's just like prednisone. It's nothing good.
Just makes your face like swell up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully no, but yeah. Well, long term, yeah. But this
if you're
is only
on it for a while.
It's like 5 days. So
okay.
Should be good. So thanks for asking though. What are you doing this weekend?
Not that.
Not that.
I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Doesn't matter.
You're
I'm very boring.
A lot of open plans, right?
Yeah, I'm very, very boring. I don't do much. Not like our friend over at in North Dakota, the mayor of North Dakota.
Oh, he's been a busy fella.
North Dakota mayor resigns after texting lunch break masturbation video to city attorney. Oopsie.
Oopsie doodles.
Now, who hasn't done that?
That happens all the time.
You know, you're sitting there and well, who hasn't text something to somebody
Sitting
that
in
they
your
shouldn't?
car. Everybody films in their car. So, I
Well-
mean, why not?
I understand that part, but you know, like at the time that Jimmy and his brother, their thing was they would take a big shit in the morning and they would take a picture of it. They would send it to each other.
Oh, it's so classy.
And the one time Jimmy had diarrhea and
Ah.
he took a picture of it and he thought he was sending it to his brother, but here he sent it to one of his customers
Oh, my God.
with the caption, "What do you think about this?"
I think you're fired. You're fired.
Yep.
That's
The
gross.
Jimmy's Landscaping, where we cut your lawn and the boss takes care of your bush.
And then we send you pictures of shit. So, woo.
Whee.
That's a bonus.
Oh, sorry. I meant to send that to my brother. Who the hell sent
Me and
that
my
to-
brother send shit pictures every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That call, did he have to call her? Or did he text her back? Sorry.
She texted back, says, "I think you need to go to the doctor."
She should have sent him back a shit.
So
That would have been a customer worth keeping.
yeah, is there a picture of the mayor in here? Yeah, there he is.
Oh, hello, sir.
Isn't he a little too old at lunch for a lunchtime whack off to send to his girlfriend?
Maybe
I
he was
think this
happy
is-
he could.
I think this is bullshit. I think he meant to send this to the attorney.
Yeah.
I don't understand where. I'm sorry, but
Well, he said his girlfriend's name, I guess, must start with a C. Apparently, his girlfriend's name starts with city attorney, and that's it too.
is that what? Let's find out.
Yes.
All right. So sent to the city. He says, "I do take responsibility for this mistake. I tried to immediately correct it, but I was unable. The decision I made falls in line with all my work in behalf of the city. I put my heart and soul into this community." So apparently,
And
he
your
was-
wiener, apparently.
All right. So the city attorney's name is Stephanie Stahlheim.
Yes.
All right. And they were on the phone talking about a police officer's suicide.
Oh my God. Oh, so sad. Rest in peace.
Right. So they're talking about a suicide, and then just minutes before she got the video, like, "All right, well, thanks," hangs up, and
Keep me
next thing
updated
you know,
about the situation with the police. Click.
right, bink, and then she picks up, she goes, "Ah!" And there he is, going to town. Yes,
Okay.
Stephanie Stahlheim told investigators she had spoke to Ross about the police officer's suicide, received the video of the mayor going to town on himself.
I love that it's written that way. Like a video of the mayor going to town on himself. John didn't make that up. It literally says going to town on himself.
Hey, stop saying like that. People might have thought that was me being funny. You're listening to this at home.
Sorry.
Ross tried to put the jack back in the box, explaining this
Heyo.
time that he recorded the sexy video for his girlfriend on his lunch break and requested the attorney delete the smut and keep the entire incident just between the two of them.
Oh, I don't think so.
The wanker
She's
later
like-
told city investigators that his girlfriend name also begins with the letter C. Stephanie Stahlheim. Girlfriend's name starts with a C. What does he have her in there as? City cunt? What? I don't know. What does he have?
Attorney.
Huh?
He has her listed as city
Oh,
attorney.
city attorney.
Because the
Okay.
attorneys in townships,
I
every year,
gotcha.
sometimes you get a new attorney. So if he just has it as city attorney, then you never have to worry about remembering the name of the attorney and looking for it.
Yes.
Although that's a very weak discussion.
Yeah. Stahlheim
Yeah.
filed an official. God damn you, John.
You and your fat, lazy tongue.
No, Josh, no woman thinks someone sending a jack off video to them is sexy. Guys, no one cares. Women think it's gross. They do. Filed a official harassment report 2 weeks later, asking for a formal apology from the mayor and requesting he consider resigning. Investigation found that Ross directly caused Stahlheim's inability to work in an environment free from unreasonable sexual harassment and created an offensive work environment. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
Come on, stop it.
Leave her. No, and stop it to you. You should be able to work and not get jack off videos from.
Yeah,
We'd like to
okay.
talk about you masturbating all the time. Is there any way you could not do that?
Yeah, that's basically what they said.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, cha-ching.
Yeah, she's trying to get some money out of this.
Good for her. You know what? Whatever. If it's unsolicited.
How much?
me
All right.
sending-
How much does it cost to watch a jack off video? How much?
Whatever.
How much? trouble
Whatever
does
the
it cost you?
insurance will pay. Is
You
what it costs.
ladies, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll tell you, what a bunch
So
of
what would you do if you
gold
got a
digging
one video
horse.
like that? Well, he sent it to her. She didn't say send it to me.
accidentally.
It doesn't matter. Then the town hired a moronic mayor who can't read whose contacts are. So
Yeah.
he probably should go anyway.
I
So good
agree. I agree.
It's-
He did
Sparky
something. He did a
spent
stupid thing.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Millions and millions.
This is a little tiny town in North Dakota. How much money do you think they have?
Whatever.
Probably got a discount at the next
They
Waffle
have
House.
insurance. That's what insurance goes for. So
How do you turn that in? What's that under? What is that
I mean,
under? What would
they have
that come
sexual
under?
harassment lawsuits. It's what it's
You
under.
do?
Yes, it's the township
I told you the story
government
about it.
agency. You gotta have that. Yeah.
We had a branch manager, and a girl said that I forget one of the sports teams was going to be in
Okay.
the playoffs, and she said we all should wear our team T-shirts for Friday, and he sent back to her only if it's a wet T-shirt. But instead of sending it to her, he hit reply to all, and he sent it company wide.
Ass, stupid ass.
About
That's when you
5
wish
minutes.
that AOL like unsend. Oh no.
5 minutes later, the
HR.
corporate HR called, and
Sure. Like
he
to
got
see you
in
in our
trouble.
office, please. Yeah.
But you know what? He didn't get fired. This was back in the
Well, still get a warning.
early 90s, back when you could sexually harass a woman and not get dinged for it.
So
How does anyone come back from that? Even if you move, people still, yeah. Well, that's like, you know what? Who's the guy on CNN? Jeffrey Toobin. Jeffrey Toobin.
he got hired back. Didn't they
He
hire
got
him
hired back. So here's
CNN's
what happened.
desperate.
During COVID, they had a meeting. They took a break. Dipshit forgets to turn the camera off.
How do you forget?
Get some lube out and got him on his knees.
Himself
And
on his
ends up,
knees.
yeah. And he's over there jacking off, and they're like, whoa, we can see you. Stop
Yeah.
it.
You're on camera.
Yeah, stop. And guess he's back. How do you come back from that? You're always known
Apparently
as
they
the guy.
pay you. They hire
You're-
you.
Yeah, you're always known as the jerk off guy.
Oh, but people tune in to watch him.
No, because
Probably.
I'm telling you, every time I see him,
don't
I'm
watch
like,
him.
oh, there's that jerk off guy again.
So Budvugger has a very important question.
Did he finish? I don't know. Wasn't there. Didn't see the video.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
But I'm sure he did. Oh God. And then the people are sitting there watching it, and it's like, oh no.
Duck.
Did it shoot, or did it just come out and run over like foam on a beer, just over the side?
Oh, he's old, so maybe just kind of
That's what I'm saying.
just barely, like a puff of smoke, maybe just.
Right. He was like in his 20s. He did it, go over his shoulder and hit the window behind him.
Then he probably wasn't. Well, if he was in his car, that would be a bad idea.
Mm.
Oh, Sparky has a request for you.
Can you find a picture of the city attorney? Oh, good
What's her name?
question.
What was her
Good
name?
question. Hang
Stephanie?
on. I'm looking for it right now. Here, let me see if I can.
Stephanie,
I got it here. Let me see if I can Google that up.
North Dakota attorney.
Hold on. Wait a
Wait a
minute.
minute. Oh, there is a picture.
There is a picture. Hold on. Here we go.
Is that the man? Is that her?
This is her. There she is.
You are
What the fuck? Does she work at like Shenanigans or something? That's a terrible shirt.
Duchess, how dare you talk over Eric? Eric, what was that?
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
It's not.
Yeah, if this guy here sends you a video of him spanking his monkey, yeah, I understand.
Well,
Look at
he's
her.
not,
Look.
okay, so he's not terribly bad looking. He's not a bad looking
not?
fella. Well, knowing what he did now, it drops the level way down. But I don't think he's a horrible looking person. No. But
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
that doesn't mean like, you're like, oh, hi, you look nice. Doesn't mean I want a video.
Right. So he's 60. How old is she?
40.
She's 40.
She looks like she
She's in
works at a
range.
1970s restaurant with that shirt.
Right.
Does she look like she's going
Oh,
to take your order?
it's North Dakota. I
Yeah.
mean, this is fashion in North Dakota.
I think it is.
So,
The stripes don't line up. It makes me crazy.
so anything, oh, wait a minute. There's a letter here.
I fucked up.
As much as I love the city of Benoit and where it is heading, for the last just about 5 years, I've had my priorities misaligned, holding a full-time job while trying to be a full-time mayor and putting my family behind my job and elected position has taken a toll on me mentally and physically. Ugh.
Mhm.
Now, again, this is his resignation. There's nowhere on here does he say, really sorry for sending the city attorney.
Sorry, she got my jerk off video.
Yeah, my jerk off video. Apparently, he's now on OnlyFans. Hey, can I jerk off in front of you ladies? See? Damn, he's quick. Where'd he get that at?
Yeah. Mike is talented. So Josh says, do you have enough pieces of flair for any Office Space fans? Did you ever see the movie Office Space?
Now the requested sound bites?
No. Do you have enough pieces of flair is from the movie. It's a quote from the movie.
Oh, okay.
If you've ever seen Office Space. So
No, I have not.
Sparky said right from the 1970s.
Yeah.
Bruce says her curtains don't match her drapes.
Yeah, she looks like she's got some.
Budrugger says he's a hard-looking 40. He's 60.
He's 60.
She's 40.
Usually they say for a man,
Yeah.
the acceptable dating age is half his age plus 7.
Yeah, half
So
plus
that
7.
would be 37. But she's in there. She's in range. But apparently,
Oh.
I don't
Well,
know. She might be married. Who knows?
Well, either way, you shouldn't be sending,
Right.
videos or, wiener pics
Mhm.
or something like that. Just
Okay.
don't. Just don't, gentlemen.
So President Trump decided to enact some tariffs yesterday.
Just a couple. Yeah.
And Jesus Christ, did the market melt down. Now,
Literally. Like,
do I think that there's going to be, is this going to come back? Yes.
it will.
If you're ready to buy on the dip, you're going to make a lot of money because it went.
Don't pull your money out now, whatever you do. Just
it's
leave
like
it there.
1,600. What was it? 1,600.
It's ridiculously
Dropped
bad.
1,600
Yeah.
points or something like that.
It's crazy.
Where is it? Okay, here it is. So basically what Trump's saying is he doesn't treat us fair. They don't treat us fairly, the rest of the world. We're the rest of the world's bitch. We're always picking up the tab. I will no longer be the backbone of this tab. Deuce will get that.
Okay.
All right. So he's got his I forget who this guy is.
I've seen that guy. I love him.
I know who he is, but I can't
he's
think
aggressive.
of it. So
Not aggressive. He's very assertive. I like it.
all right. So here he's talking about this.
Europe does
Lutnick.
not treat our products fairly. They do not treat our companies fairly. They treat themselves incredibly well to the detriment of the United States of America, right? It is time for them to treat us fairly. And that is the point. It's not free and fair trade. Their tariffs are higher. The non-tariff trade barriers are incredible. Like I'd ask you, why don't they take our beef? Why don't they take our agricultural products? Why? Because they don't want them, because they want to make the money themselves. Why is it okay for every other country to feel this way and it's not okay for America? I tell you why. Because we were the world's piggy bank, and Donald Trump has said our $36 trillion deficit, our $1.2 trillion trade deficit, $1.2 trillion. We buy other people's things more than we sell them ours, has got to be rebalanced. It's a national emergency. Let's fix America, and we can.
All right.
There you go.
I
like
don't
Howard
agree.
Lutnick. I've seen him on a lot of things. I like him.
Listen, I don't agree with what Trump's doing here. I really don't. I kind of see what he's like. If he was using this just to like get people in line and say, hey, you know what, drop your tariffs or whatever.
Right.
I don't think he's doing that. I think he feels that he will be able to make money on this, and that's not going to happen.
Okay.
This could go really, really bad. And I'm pissed off because I really thought that this guy was going to come in and change things. And if he keeps this up and the economy we go into a recession and our economy goes in the tank, the midterms are going to come. It's going to flip the Democrats and they are going to impeach him and drive him crazy because they did not like being kicked around like what he did once he became elected.
Right.
And you would think that the government would have, the people voted for this. And the Democrats are like, no, we can't have him fix things. If he starts fixing things, we'll never get any power. And the other thing is that he went in and he stole all their funny money. He stole their slush funds. He got rid of all these jobs. He's cutting back.
USAID, yeah.
They are, they're real and they're trying to do anything. They can't get to Trump, so then they're after Eli. Like he's the villain now, and they're going to bankrupt this country. And what they're doing was with Teslas and all. That's just basically. Well, I don't know if it's a hate crime.
That might slow down a little bit because I think the Democrats will realize how much of their pensions are tied into it, and they're like,
"Yeah, but they're dumb."
The tax dance a bit around that. So the problem is they fired up all the crazy people who are like, Trump, Elon's a Nazi, and go key some cars. And like, I don't understand why. That doesn't solve the problem. You're not affecting Elon Musk if you damage somebody's car. He's already gotten paid.
Yeah. And then insurance, he's got to get
Democrat's car. Like, what the fuck?
Right. He'll get more money. He's getting more money.
No.
All right. I have a new girlfriend.
Okay.
Her name is should
I be jealous?
I don't know.
Is she gonna take my place?
She's way out of my league, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I have a new girlfriend. Her name is I think it's Beta Ugar Sargon. She is she was born in Israel, or she lived in Israel.
Oh, you played her before. Yep.
I love her, and she's making the rounds. I've never seen a lefty make so much sense in my entire life. She was on Pierce Morgan, and she lays it out. Here we go.
What I find so frustrating about the conversation around tariffs is that we all agree on the problem. We all agree that the deindustrialization of America led to the downward mobility of the American working class, deaths of despair, people working multiple jobs and not being able to afford the American dream. We all agree that it is deeply unfair for the American middle class to be bearing the burden of unfair tariffs from other countries. We all agree that it is great for the president to have leverage in order to demand reasonable things, like that countries stop allowing fentanyl to murder 100,000 Americans every year, and that Mexico do its part to police its own border. And yet when somebody has the courage to show up and say to Wall Street, screw you, I am waging war. I am waging class warfare on behalf of the American working class. And you elites in Wall Street, you do what you need to do because I'm not going to stop fighting for the American working class. Suddenly, everybody is sitting around going, oh no, the stock market. Yeah, the stock market looks like that because the rich are punishing Trump for siding with the neglected and humiliated American working class over them. We have already seen these tariffs work, Pierce. The number of people crossing the southern border is at 0. Fentanyl is at record lows for the last 10 years. We have already seen $1.2 trillion in manufacturing invested in this country since January 21st. So they have already worked. Now, how long is Wall Street going to keep trying to punish this president for standing the American working class? I don't know, but I can tell you that the view from the street is people cannot believe that there is a president who is working for them, who is putting them first and telling Wall Street to go screw itself. Wall Street, which picked the Democrats for the last 3 election cycles in a row. That's what the real story is here.
Atta girl.
Take a breath, lady.
I love her. I love the way she lays it out, and she's 100% correct.
You know what was really cool is nobody yelled at her while she was talking.
Yeah, they're all and the guy to her. Let me see.
Is
the
that
guy
the
to
young
her
Turk
left.
guy?
Yeah, he's a chunkier.
Chunky, whatever. And then it was what, Carrie Lake, and who was the other woman?
I don't know who the other woman was.
That wasn't Linda. No, it wasn't Linda.
I don't know who. I really don't know. Right. But it was, my girl, man. She was in there. She's laying it down. I could listen to her all day, to be quite honest with you.
Bob's directing from the front.
I know. Bob's not my back end. I only have one director right now.
John can only handle one in the back end right now.
That's right. I can only handle one at a time, guys. The whole time I'm here, I see him writing down time codes. One at a time, guys. That'll be a clip next time.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, Sparky says bad producer, but new producer. So he literally got chucked into this 45 minutes ago. Mike is the bomb. We love him. Every time I do something here, we do it live. If we make, that's how you learn. I'm like Elon Musk. I go in, I break things, and then I fix them. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, so now the stock market starts to melt down, and here's my gal.
Let's be clear about what we're seeing right now. This market sell-off.
All right, so I don't know what time this is. I'm trying to see if there's a time code. 8:30 in the morning.
It's already
the market is already down 14.
Open shit in the bed. Yeah,
points. It's already down almost 4%.
Oh, they said Fox
are jumping off the fucking roof.
Good. Bye. Throw your money back in the fucking market. Let us get hold of it. People will do all right. It'll be fine. Everybody panicked everybody did this on purpose. Like you said, it was a setup. So they knew he was going to do it. He said, this is what I'm doing. This is going to be April 2nd. He didn't do it April 1st. So it wasn't accused as April Fool's or whatever, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I listened to Ben Shapiro melt down today over this stuff. I'm sure his portfolio went down to shitter because the NASDAQ was down like 6% or something like that at one point. It's down 5. It's down here at 8:30 in the morning. It's down 5%. So, all right.
Is Wall Street trying to short President Trump's agenda? They are betting against the American worker. It's utterly despicable. Instead of doing what President Trump is doing, which is saying we're going to invest heavily in our middle class. We are no longer going to be a country in which our economy is an upward funnel of wealth from the hardest working Americans into the pockets of the international global elites. Wall Street is trying to control the president's agenda with this totally anti-American sell-off. And I think it's unbelievable that the president is not caving and that he is standing strong with the agenda that he promised the American people. This is what he was given a mandate to do. And it is so exciting to see somebody actually make good on the promises they made to the American people.
Oh, someone's up. Look at XPeng.
Yeah, I think that was China.
Yeah, of course.
China.
China. All the companies that Trump's had named, they're all tanked. So, but they'll come back because this is the same thing. It's like nobody buys something from Target on Tuesday, but I bought all the shit I needed on Monday.
That's all.
Give it. You know what? All the Dems did this to make a point, and then what they did was they tanked it, and now there's someone behind them going to scoop it all up tomorrow. While it's low, they're going to be which I think is ridiculous to do, but whatever.
And countries are lining up. They're like, okay, you know what? We're going to do something. We're going to start talking. I understand. We see what's going on here. Mm-hmm. See, my problem is I think Trump believes that these tariffs are going to come in, and he's going to be able to use these to give everybody tax cuts. I don't think this is going to work. I really don't.
We'll see.
He's trying to balance the budget, but the problem is he doesn't have enough time. See, what he should have done when he got to be president, he should have came in and shut the border down like he did.
Right.
Start deporting everybody. Okay. And then what was the other thing? Yeah, and then try to get the prices down and try to get people. He's doing a good job. I don't know why he
really
wants,
fast.
I understand what he's doing right here, but if he blows the midterms, it's over. Wow. Oh, health and human services. He's got Bobby Kennedy in there working on that. This is the first president that I've ever seen say campaign on something and then
actually
go
do it.
in
and
do it.
Everybody knew this was coming. He cannot or does not keep anything held. He doesn't hold it back. So he's like, what we're going to do. And then it's like, buy this, we've that. So he's just threw it. He literally threw it all. He just did a fucking Hail Mary. So let's see what happens in a week, 2 weeks, a month, and see how the market looks then. Because right now everybody freaked out. And like you said, they tanked it. They did what they could to encourage it. And then, we'll go from there.
I understand.
That's all we can do. That's all I can do. I mean, I've got, I'm looking at my thing right now, and I'm like, well, there's not a lot there, but there's a lot more not there. I'm like, oh. But you know,
Well, we did hear from the president in a tweet.
She's the key.
All right, you're up.
Oh, it's all caps and lots of exclamation points. Oh my. So dumb. The operation is over. The patient lived and is healing. The prognosis is that the patient will be far stronger, bigger, better, and more resilient than ever before. Make America great again.
Whoops.
She's got the feed, she's got the bait. When you need a laugh or just to see, Kate's got the tweets, she's the key.
And also, other countries are having a shit fit. Like right now, Canada's all pissed off. They're all big and bad up there.
Oh,
They're very upset. And John, what's this guy? Tosh 2.0? Is that what he?
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel
Yes, I
Tosh.
saw that this morning. I had to do it.
Right. He's talking about Canada.
Canada has the greatest fence ever built. America. It is foolproof if you can afford it. Really easy to be the cool, open-minded hippie country when there's a Kevlar Snuggie of America draped around your fat, frozen asses, daring the world to talk shit. We don't use our military. We know. We got you taken care of. Go back to bed. We'll wake you when the NHL playoffs start.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. I got some
Kevlar
shit.
Snuggie. Yeah.
I got some shit the other day from Lisa, from I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam on my Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
About?
because I played this video where a guy's like, hey, you guys are all bitching about Elon, unelected official coming in and doing stuff with the government.
Mhm.
But you didn't say shit when Anthony Fauci came in, made you all wear masks, shut down the economy,
Mhm.
and then mandated you all to take a shot that was supposed to be a vaccine that didn't stop the virus or, stop you from getting it or stop you from spreading it like he said he would.
It thinned out the herd.
He lied to you, and you don't have a problem with that at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Matter of fact, I have
Mhm.
something in here, which I like
Okay.
to call dumb white broads.
Oh. Somewhere.
I know. I'm working on it.
Working on it.
Team has done so far.
We don't really know what they've done in there, so I think that that's very dangerous that they're using their technological, all the technical stuff that they're doing computerized with computers and with the agencies.
Yeah, I don't like what he's doing. I don't like what he's like in there with his technical buddies doing technical things, and I don't like it.
On the computer stuffs.
Yeah, he's doing the computer stuff. I don't like the computer stuff. I don't like it at all.
So I love that she's wearing like a jacket, long sleeves, a scarf covering her neck, and the lady behind her is like wearing a tank top. Like, just like,
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
See,
She had no idea what she said. She
No,
has no
none
idea
of
what
them.
she said.
One
Yeah.
dumber than the next.
Yeah, Sparky said the same thing. What the fuck did she just say? Just a lot
Nothing.
of blah, blah,
Dumb.
blah,
Dumb.
blah, blah, blah.
So Callie Means went to a political event where they got him up on stage and they were asking about what's going on over at HHS.
Oh.
Bobby Kennedy's in there. They're looking at this stuff. Doge is in there. They're like, these people are all doing the same shit. They're not talking to each other. A lot of redundancy here.
Very
we can
much
kind of
government. Mhm.
Yeah, we can kind of tighten this up. Daddy likes it tight.
Give it a facelift.
Right. So he gets on there and they're asking, hey, what are you doing here? How come why are you doing this to HSS? People are going to die because, you're taking away the children's cancer treatments. What are we going to do? There's no research for children's cancer.
Yeah, we're not going to give him soda anymore.
Right.
Big picture, stepping back, the vision. How is American healthcare different 4 years from now?
The NIH has been shifted to asking, how can we understand what's causing American sickness? 80% of the NIH budget is going to true innovations to reverse and prevent disease, not figuring out how to manage disease. The FDA is much more deregulated, is encouraging innovation from therapeutic makers, from preventative device makers. We've overseen the true inflection point for AI and technology and how it can help prevent and reverse disease at the FDA. We've ridded the FDA of conflicts of interest, which are an absolute scandal. And that work has led the CMS department to work with Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance to evolve the standard of care towards the science, which is that we are being hobbled by an interconnected set of lifestyle conditions that our medical system currently does not incentivize reversal and prevention techniques for. And the CDC has best-in-class infectious disease procedures, while also focusing more on their remit to prevent and reverse chronic disease, which is an area they have completely ignored thus far. So we have foundationally a system where everyone in this room who thinks Bobby Kennedy is crazy, in 4 years is thinking a little bit more about disease reversal and prevention. That Bobby's gone, and that the paradigm, because of the will of the voters, has been shifted just slightly to where in 4 years, 8 years, you guys can still talk about how Bobby was a whack job, but we're talking about more prevention and reversal, and we're not fundamentally having a healthcare system that, just as a statement of fact, is predicated on more people and more Americans being sick, which is what we have now.
I will say I don't.
Cool story, horrible bitch.
History when there has been this much talk in politics about chronic disease, about childhood disease. So
no thanks to a lot of lobbyists in this room, but we're very glad the American voters have pushed that forward.
My God, are you still talking?
All right, I didn't have time to cut the clip down, but basically what he's saying is that for all this time, all they're doing is using to manage it. They don't want to cure anything. They cured one disease in the 60s, 50s, late 50s, early 60s, polio. And they'll never do that again. Right now, they say that they have a cure for cancer, but they'll never let it out. Never let it out. Are they mad at me now because I played a long clip?
No. So I was putting some comments up, and so Boomer Bob says, I pay over $3 a pack in excise tax on cigarettes, yet my habit is no more dangerous than ice cream. That's not true. The smoke you blow out.
Jesus Christ.
The smoke you exhale.
Yeah. Right.
Is still dangerous.
Right.
But ice cream, I mean, you have to eat it. You have to put it in your body.
I can eat a tub of ice cream, but there's no secondhand ice cream getting on you. Like, in other words, I can eat a tub of ice cream and you won't get any effects of me eating ice cream.
Right. And then
not very good.
But then he also said tax full service gas stations and Sparkies like this are green. And don't be salty, gentlemen. So whatever. So and then Mike was just curious. He wants to go back to the clip and see if they were touching feet, I guess, when they got up to at the very end.
Oh my God. No, I am not going back.
Mike, you'll have to look that up yourself. So
you have to rewind and go back and check out the foot fetish.
Rewind. Boy, you are a boomer.
I am a boomer. No shit.
Rewind.
So after Callie leaves, I'm sorry, you got some more?
No. Well, there's a couple other comments. They say that Sparky says insurance companies make no money on healthy people, which is absolutely true. But you would think that healthy people are going to go do more things. They're going to make more babies, which brings more things into the insurance company, more people, more coverage, more this and that. So perhaps,
listen,
healthy is not a bad thing.
No,
but it is.
I gotta go back and say that if we take a step back and take a look at what just happens, over this whole COVID pandemic bullshit.
Right.
They knew exactly how to handle the COVID pandemic. You know why? Because they had this same kind of disease and they called it something Middle Eastern something, MERS or something, whatever it was called. Yeah, healthy people pay insurance and don't go to the doctor. Yes.
It's a win.
I had the most amazing health insurance from the time I was 25 until the time I was 50. 25 years I paid into it, barely used it. Then I needed it. I couldn't, then I couldn't get it.
You're fucked.
I'm screwed. They were taking all that money. I didn't see a penny of that back.
No, you had kids though, so you probably.
Yeah, okay. I did have 4 kids, so I guess they did pay for something. I got to get mine. So they knew that they could cure COVID with ivermectin and hydrochloroquine. They knew it. They knew it because they had already prescribed that for this MERS or whatever it was called, this Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome. That's what it was called.
MERS.
That's what COVID was called the first time when they found it. All right. So they knew ivermectin and hydrochloroquine, Harley Quinn, ivermectin and some Harley Quinn. You took some of that and it made you better. All right. They already knew this. They didn't need this vaccine. The problem was if there is a treatment for it, they can't get an emergency thing issued for the vaccine. They couldn't get an emergency, whatever it was. Yeah, Harley Chloroquine. Fuck. Anyhow.
You had it right, and then you just got worse and worse.
I got it right the first time. I was so proud of myself that I actually got it right the first
I didn't
time.
even interrupt you to tell you good job.
Right.
I was
And
like,
then I had to, you know what? I should have just stepped back and said, took a bow, but no. So what did they do? Trump got up and said, hey, I heard they got this Harley Corniquine and Harley Cornucopia stuff, and they say it works pretty good. And they fucking freaked out. They're like, shut him the fuck up.
Yeah, we're not getting any money off of this. So
right. Then Joe Rogan caught it. He went out and got some ivermectin, some hydrocortisone, and hydrocortisone, and he got some vitamins and minerals and riboflavin.
As you do when you make a lot of money.
Right. And he got over pretty quick.
All that.
And you know what they did over? And again, here's the media. They took a picture of him and they grayed him all out. So he looked even sicklier. That's a word. And then they forced this pandemic on us when they could have treated this shit, and they wouldn't do it. And then they found they had this other stuff that I took when I got it. It was, oh my God, it was a shot you got. And it was antibodies, something kind of antibodies you got.
Okay.
And when I got COVID, I went the next day. I got it. I had like a cold for like a week, and I was over it. All right. So they had treatment for this, and they wouldn't do it because they wanted to shut the economy down. They wanted to force this vaccine. And that's the other thing. Trump walked right into it. They said, "Oh, we can have this vaccine." They already had it. They already had that vaccine.
2 weeks.
They waited until he lost the election. The week after he lost the election, they brought the vaccine out.
And do you also remember the multitudes of Democrats that they kept calling it the Trump vaccine, and they wouldn't authorize anything? They were like, no, I'm not getting a Trump vaccine.
As soon as
the Joe Biden vaccine was great. Same vaccine.
Right. And then you had to take it. Or we remember, we all had to have that
watch them get their pretend shots.
Right. We had to get the card because we didn't have the card. We couldn't go out in society, couldn't go to a grocery store, couldn't go to a bar.
Card-carrying citizen that you are. It's almost like my gold star.
Yeah. So they went through all that, and we're supposed to believe them. Like, we don't know. Like, people that have some critical thinking don't know what happened.
Ooh, Sparky's worth something. He's pure blood.
I know, yeah, he's pure blood. There's a lot of people that are pure blood. I think Bob never took it. Bob never took the vaccine.
Yeah, I know we have some listeners that didn't.
Right. There's some people that caught it and didn't need it. I got a nephew. He caught it when it was like the first one was really, really bad.
Budweiser too. Ooh,
and
you're an eligible gentleman.
Right.
FYI.
Not me. Me, I was a big sissy. As soon as it came out, I was like, "Oh, good, can I get it?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. Okay, give me another one.
Like shit. Yeah. I had to go to the hospital. Within a week, I had to go to the hospital. I was having chest pains and everything else.
Everything they said you would get, you're like, "That's me. That's me. I gotta go."
Oh yeah, well that too. So we watched the mainstream media lie to us. We watched our government lie to us. We watched everybody. There was other doctors that said, "Hey, you know something? We can cure people. People don't have to die from this." And they
shut your whore mouth. Get in the back of the room, back in the closet.
Again, you shut your mouth. We'll take your license away and all. And they did everything they could to stop these doctors from talking. It's the biggest crime against humanity ever. I think that what they did with this vaccine and how many people they had to kill. And don't tell me they weren't trying to kill the olds with this, because Cuomo and that fucking Governor Murphy in here, as soon as they got somebody with COVID in a nursing home, they put them right back. They put people with COVID in a nursing home to kill them.
It was awful.
I know they did.
So awful.
So,
and they remember the news, the reports of them stacking bodies like out in freezers.
Yeah.
At the nursing homes. It's just
right.
Good.
She's dead.
Yes, she was. They killed her. They killed the patients, and they also killed some of the people that worked there too.
The staff, yeah.
And they bagged them up, put them in the head. They didn't want to take them to the morgue, so they had them in a refrigerated trailer outside.
That was disgusting.
Just bodies stacked up. Yeah, they wanted to help out Social Security by killing all the old people.
But the money still kept coming, I'm sure.
Right. So, we go through this, and then we're supposed to believe them. And some do, because all of a sudden, as soon as Trump was out of office, we had this. And then guess what? All of a sudden, we stopped talking about the death count. Everybody was, oh, yeah, everybody. We're still getting COVID. People are still getting COVID. They're like, what do you got? I got the COVID. Oh, yeah. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm taking a week off.
You go, you stay home. Now, if you tell people I got COVID, they're like, oh, stay home.
Yeah.
So
stay home. Who needs that? Used to be the same thing with the flu. Yeah. I got the flu. Stay home. I don't need none of that shit.
Home. Keep your dirty ass home. Nobody wants that.
So now they bring this guy up, one of the people that were, he's a representative. I forget where he's from. And he's really pissed off about what Callie Means said. Okay. So here's what he says.
I mean, I think what we just heard explains and crystallizes
Massachusetts,
the arrogance of these bros that have descended on Washington, D.C. I mean, these professional podcasters stand in front of a bunch of career scientists and say, what has science ever done? Oh, I don't know. Science eradicated measles until 2 months ago.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the measles.
Who brought the fucking dirty measles back into this country?
Let's talk about the measles. Yeah. All of a sudden, Donald Trump becomes the president. Now, all of a sudden, we have outbreak of measles. What? Are you kidding me? First of all, the reason they're here is because you brought all these illegal aliens that weren't vaccinated. Now they're catching measles and they're spreading it around.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as it was. When we were growing up, we all had measles. And the kid that died from measles in Texas, oh my God, a baby died from measles in Texas. He had like all kinds of other health problems. Plus, he caught the measles, unfortunately. And the little tyke didn't make it. I get it. But the thing, they're making such a mountain out of a molehill. And to sit here and say that these podcasters, people that actually think and say we call bullshit on this, what's going on here? We're watching it happen again. We're watching what the media and our representatives and the Democrats are doing. I mean, right now, before Trump, electric cars, gas-powered cars are killing us, climate change. Now, Elon Musk's there. We put swastikas on electric cars, fuck him, fuck Tesla, fuck it all. And they
fuck
switch
all.
On a dime. On a dime.
I'd fuck Elon for use Tesla. Oh my God.
Yeah, I get it, Dutcha. I get it. Looking for
it has
baby
to be
number
new.
14.
It has to be new.
Yeah.
Come on.
So now it's like, oh, the podcast bros and all this other bullshit. Now, we see what's going on. We watch. And you know what we do? We report on things that you refuse to report on. Yeah. We heard about ivermectin. We heard about Harley Quinn, the actress.
Yeah. And what they do is he's going to come out and he's going to debate and respond to Callie Means by going, he's a bro. He's just calling him names, essentially. This is his response, is like, well, we're not getting regular people in. It's all these bros and podcasters. Well, I'm pretty sure they're a little more educated than that. I mean,
Not
hell,
only that,
you represent Massachusetts. How bright can you be? So
not
and your
only that,
people.
but what about the fact? Look, let's find out who's in this guy's pocket. Let's
Yeah.
find out who's giving
Well-
this guy money.
Well,
I
look at
bet
the
you
committees he's on right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
if this guy was a NASCAR and he had to put his sponsors on there, I bet you every one of them would be a pharmaceutical company.
Absolutely.
Science means that a kid who grows up with cystic fibrosis now has a real chance at life.
Oh, bullshit.
Science
Come on.
means that women who
Not
give
taking it
birth
away.
now don't face a 1 in 5 chance of dying. They can now build families through IVF. Science is core to who we are as Americans, and their excuse for destroying our scientific enterprise with their conspiracy and quackery is because they're the first ones who ever thought that chronic disease was a problem.
No, we all know it's a problem. You know it's a problem. There's two sides of this story. Somebody says, let's find out what's causing this and stop it. And you and your fucking donors and the money that you're getting from pharmaceuticals are saying, oh, we don't have to get rid of it. All we got to do is manage it. All we got to do is manage the system. We'll just keep pumping you with medicine. That's all. We're making a fucking fortune. Here's the other thing. Want to talk about getting it fucked in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
We, NIH, paid for all the research for the COVID shot.
Mm-hmm.
Paid all that money. Now the COVID shot comes out. Who gets all the profits? Did any of it come back to the taxpayer? Did we get our money back that we used for funding it? Fuck no. Billions and billions of dollars they made on this. And you know what? Good. Because you know what you did? You got greedy. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. You got greedy. We see what you did with this thing. And now you won't get me vaccinated again. I used to get a flu shot. I'm not getting a flu shot. I don't know what they put in it anymore. I don't trust none of them. None of them.
Not a one. You know, I looked up while you were talking. I looked up Jake Auchincloss's victory fund, like who his top donors are in some of the categories. Pharmaceuticals and health products. Let's see, a total of 176,000. Health professionals, 30,000. Health services, HMOs, 25,000. Hospitals and nursing homes, 11,000. That's just the medical. It's actually not as much as I thought it would be. His biggest donors look like they come from securities and investments, though. So, that's interesting.
Who's making all that money?
Yeah, well, that's who donated to him. So we're looking at like investment companies, Susquehanna, Coinbase, Blackstone. So they've donated quite a bit of money to him. Now, is he like Pelosi rich? No, but he ain't poor.
Right.
He ain't poor.
So he's up there, and again, what Kennedy is trying to do is saying, why is it that our food has like 100 ingredients in it, and the same food that the company makes to sell to Europe has 10? Why? Why is that? Crazy. Because in Europe, they're like, you can't put that shit in our food. But over here, hey, man, you donate to us and we'll make sure that the FDA says that you can put all that garbage in the food and sell it to these stupid fucking Americans. And we'll buy it and we'll eat it. And here's the other thing. What they do is this is highly processed food. They take all the fiber out of it, makes it cheaper. So the poor people are like, hey, I can afford this. So they eat it, get fat, get sick.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They can't afford the organic vegetables and meats and stuff that this guy can buy now because he's getting this money.
We talked about this. This came up a bit earlier this morning when I was chatting with Bruce. And one of the things we talked about was the availability of fresh foods, like food deserts, that now it seems that a lot of areas it's convenient the mom and pop places are kind of pushed out because just they're in these little independent shops are not going to be in the cities because they're getting burned, they get looted, they get shoplifted, they can't afford it. So now you have these weird chains, or you have like you got to shop at the Dollar General or the $1.25 Tree or wherever you're buying. Wegmans is not setting up shop there. Trader Joe's is not there. You're not getting organic opportunities. You're not getting those choices. And what it is that you put in, when you shop, when you shop in a supermarket, if you're lucky enough to have a good supermarket, and by me, we have several. We have a lot of options. I mean, we have to drive. I can't walk to it, but I have a car. I can get to many options within, I'll say 20 minutes. I could probably be at least 5 different places that sell a large variety of food, supermarkets and big box stores that have food. And, when you're in the inner cities and you don't have a car or you don't drive and you don't have access, you have to settle for what you have. So that's where they start dripping all this stuff in. And the poor is penalized the most, but it's drifting out in the middle class. I mean, people are tight on their budgets. If you shop in those inner aisles in the store, that's where all that shit is. The outer aisles, it's meat, it's produce, it's dairy, not nearly as much, and bakery, not nearly as much processed. But once you start going inside, you start doing that walk up and down, that's where you're buying your cereals and your raviolis and these weird canned things and box stuff and dried goods full of salt, full of preservatives, full of shit. And that if you are on an income, and there's someone I had seen on YouTube.
You're poor.
If you'd seen on YouTube during COVID, actually, and she is very popular. And what she does is for $25 can show you how to stretch that $25, and you actually get meals for like 5 days or 7 days a week.
Get to the fucking point,
Mike.
This is the point. Don't blame Mike. Push that fucking button. I know you did. So,
how can you tell?
If you'd like me to finish getting to my fucking point, stop interrupting me, sir. The point of this is for $25, she tells people how to eat, but you're not getting fresh foods. It's frozen, it's processed. She does the best you can, but it's difficult. So
it's difficult.
It is difficult. Thank you, Edward.
Michelle Obama 15 years ago was talking about this. Blue cities like New York City and Philadelphia were doing this, and Republicans were saying, don't touch our French fries. But this guy, all of a sudden, he's the first one to ever realize that chronic disease is a problem. We will not take a lecture from people who are based in conspiracy and quackery and who are claiming the moral high ground on corruption when Brad Smith, who is running health and human services for Doge, is hiring and firing his own regulators. Main Street Health reports to CMS, and he's deciding who gets to be there or not.
Can you just
This
email me the
corruption
rest
and
of the
chaos
story?
will not stand. The American people will not stand for it. And
Yes, we
Democrats
will.
are going to draw the
They
contrast.
can't. They're too big and crippled because you're feeding them garbage. It's hard
We
to
will stand for it. We voted for this.
I know.
We won't stand for you getting in the way. Step back, shut the fuck up, and let them work. Let them work. For Christ's sake.
Hi, Edward. How are you?
Damn it.
He typoed on something. That's why. Based.
I know. See, well, Edward's part of the problem. He was the one that's been indoctrinated into this woke culture and shit. He was out protesting the other day.
Oh, did
He
you
was
key
out
a
with
car? Did you key any? Did he key any electric cars?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I can't tell. But I saw him out there in the crowd.
He said,
Big
I went
fat
to a
mug.
libtard protest.
Yeah, he went to a libtard protest. He was out there.
Did you find a girl?
Whatever they say. I have no balls.
Oh, stop. I'm sure Edward has.
I'm a neutered man. Spank me.
No, if that's what you want. I mean, there's something for everyone.
We need men. We need men. We need real men.
He says he found
Oh,
several
I'm
different
sure.
genders.
There's a ton of genders out there.
Yeah, but Alesto says, did Edward do not stick your dick in crazy?
Yeah.
I'm hopeful he's aware of what crazy is now. So to
I
stay
don't
the fuck away from it.
Yes.
Please.
Um.
Miss you, Edward, by the way. Glad to see you.
Yeah. I can't tell if he's mad at me or not. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't.
All right.
Spartacus was out in Congress. I don't know if you saw that whole thing where he went for 24 hours without paying.
25. Yeah.
25.
Yeah, I guess he was wearing a diaper or something so he could pee or whatever.
I'll tell you what, that's about the most I've ever seen that man do in all the time he's been in the Senate. And I'm embarrassed to say that he's our senator from New Jersey.
It's not my senator. I didn't vote for him. Isn't that how it works? I
Yeah.
didn't vote for him. He's not my senator. He doesn't represent me. He certainly doesn't
So-
represent me, but
Yeah, he's out there jumping up and down, talking bullshit and nonsense.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, after he does his 25 hours, he went to CNN. See, here's the problem.
no.
The Democrats don't have a leader. And all these nimrods, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Spartacus, they're all running and trying to become
They want to be the leader.
Yeah,
They want to be the
Pete
party
Buttigieg.
leader.
Yeah, they're all trying to be the leader, and none of them have leader qualities. But I like this guy. I don't know if he's going to be in politics, but Stephen Miller, he is.
Oh, he's like an Iceman.
I love him. Here he can.
Security
That's brutal.
advisor Stephen Miller.
I just have to ask, what the hell is going on here, Miller? Well, first of all, I think that's the first ever filibuster in American history from Cory Booker in favor of getting men into women's sports, keeping our borders open, and making sure that we tax the wages of our tip workers in Nevada. So very courageously, Cory Booker has stood strong for those three issues. Here's what he never filibustered for. Here's what the Democrats never filibustered for. The dead bodies of American citizens raped, mutilated, and murdered by the illegal aliens that Joe Biden and his administration and Secretary Mayorkas funneled into our country during the invasion that took place over the last 4 years.
All right. Now, here's a point. So we're supposed to follow all the rules to get all these people that came in here illegally. They didn't follow any rules. Joe Biden, just let them in. Don't. It's all right. The reason the Border Patrol, what they would do is they'd pick them up and get them in. He wanted them in faster. They weren't, vetting them or anything else. They're just bringing them in.
They were cutting the fences. Do you remember he had them cut the fences that Texas would put up to keep them out? They would go right behind them and clip the fences.
Right. They had it. Texas had it where they would have trucks with the rolls of razor wire. They would go down, and then the Border Patrol would come behind with a big giant forklift and lift it up.
So
the border crossers could come over
fast.
Now, they're allowed to do that. Break all the rules to let them all in. But now Trump's got to follow all the rules to get them out. Fuck that. If you broke the rules to get them in here, then we're breaking rules to get them the fuck out. I mean, what are we doing here? I've never seen anything like this.
We released people into this nation, not people, monsters into this nation that were pedophiles, that were child rapists, that tortured women, that murdered moms and dads, that committed atrocities that we've never seen before in this country. And now they have the temerity to say that every single invader that Joe Biden let in should get their own individual judicial trial before they're deported, one at a time. Each one gets $1 million trial in front of a communist judge to decide whether or not we can send them home. How about hell no? How about we pick them up and we get them out of this country so they can't hurt anyone else?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I do. I care, to be honest with you. That's what we voted for. We wanted all this bullshit out of here.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe some of the things that I'm seeing. Just the fact, like all the fuss about that one fucking alien that they booped out, who's literally raped, murdered, killed people, is a gang member of that MS. Was it that MS-13?
Well, first of all, we don't know that. We don't know that he's committed any crimes. But what we do know,
they said he did.
He had an order to be deported, and he didn't leave.
Yeah.
And then they scooped him up, and where he was from El Salvador, and they said, "Let's not do that. Let's not send him that. Send him anywhere, but let's not send him to El Salvador." Well, they went, "Oops," and they sent him the major.
Oh, he must have shuffled him in.
Yeah, they sent him to prison where all the gangbangers are that wanted to kill him.
Oh wow.
And they're like, "Oh, we can't get him back." You know what? I'm afraid that if they go down there and try to find out that he probably got killed by one of the gang members that are in there. Who knows? I don't know. So. Just saying. I don't see why you can't get him back. One phone call. Hey, that one guy, get him, bring him back. We won't put him in the country, but we're not going to put him there. Whatever.
Yeah, this guy's not a fucking winner. He's not. But he's already deported. He legally crossed into the U.S. He's been wanted for a fugitive. So he's already got issues, and he's tied into 11 murders.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And this is they want him back. He didn't get due process.
Due process. You're not a fucking American. You don't get that. I don't understand why they think that the illegal aliens qualify for that.
Because Trump's doing this, and what happened was 4 years they've been saying, well, we can't do anything more. Congress has to do something. No. Congress didn't have to do shit. You had to do something. Trump came in and made you look like an ass. Last month, I forget, 97,004 or something. I forget how much. 197,000 people got across in the month of March.
Yeah.
This March, 7,000. 7,000.
Still a lot, in my opinion.
Still a lot.
Still
But it ain't
lot,
194.
But a lot. Yeah, it's like 190, 80, what, 187,000 less? Yeah.
Yeah.
187,000 less.
Let's put it this way. There was a lot. Now there's a little. All right. And he didn't do shit except sign an order to say, stop that. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
No.
No. Hit you with on the nose with a rolled up newspaper. Stop it.
No.
All right.
Pet
Enough politics for now.
Thank you.
We got to have we have an update on the backdoor lady. The lady that gave up her back door.
Oh.
Post beehole surgery update after taking 50 guys in her back door.
Oh, you mean anal?
So I am about 36-ish hours post surgery, and
You're a whore.
we'll just say that a bum hole. I can't bend down because when I get up, it feels like everything's gonna tear down there. And
yeah,
I've been taking a laxative like the nurse instructed me to, and I still have not gone because I'm so afraid to push. So I'm gonna take a little more of the laxative before I go to bed. So hopefully when I wake up, I did drink a coffee to help, but I passed
Check your
gas and I really
panties.
thought I was going to freaking die.
That's it, ladies. Keep giving up that back door.
She doesn't market it well.
You.
Well, I think when you have like 50 guys like pile on like within a couple hours, you're gonna do some damage. And I mean, I feel bad, but I don't. Like, as I guess that's the the penalties of the job, so to speak. Like that's what happens. Like,
Wonder if she gets workman's comp for that.
Do you think she has insurance? Do you think she's got health insurance? Wow. What would those deductibles be?
Okay.
Oh,
So sometimes, you're out and you're drinking and you want to get an Uber, but you really don't have the cash.
Oh, okay.
So, some ladies, they seem to work it out in trade.
One time I went and had an Uber pick me up. He was super hot. So I was like, hey, like, do you want to have sex? And he pulled over and he was like, totally, right? And then he sucked, right? He sucked.
He was scared.
So I got
All right. So hot guy in an Uber decides that, oh yeah, by the way, why don't we do this? Why don't you come over and bang me? All right. Now, apparently he didn't ring the bell for this lady. So now she's talking shit about him.
got out of the vehicle and then I complained and was like, so I wouldn't have to pay. So then this other Uber driver pulls up and then I tell him about the experience and I'm like, I just fucked my last Uber driver and he was so shitty. I had to cancel. I didn't say like some bullshit happened, so I didn't have to pay. And this guy's like, okay, cool. Like, well, do you want to like give me a blowjob? And I was like, okay, sure. Why not?
Oh my
And then I give him a blowjob all the way from LA to Huntington Beach. It was a really fucking long time.
Like an hour.
Yeah, there's a long
minutes.
blowjob. There's a long blowjob. And then I got out of the car and he's like, don't worry, I won't charge you. And then the motherfucking charged me.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the last time I fucked an Uber driver.
You're just a woman with
Where I
a
was like,
small
yeah.
brain.
Yeah, she's stupid. Fuck that. Fuck
The
that.
last time I fuck an Uber driver.
Well, she fucked one and then blew one. So I mean, she's a super winner right there.
I think I would have just paid for the ride. I mean, right?
Yeah. What does your dignity cost? Well, apparently it's worth about $40. So that's gross. Scraggly. And I love how her friends are like, oh my God, that's a long ride. Not like, you're a whore.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Exactly. And Budbooger says, and he gave her 1 star for the BJ. Yeah. Maybe she wasn't good at that. I don't know. How about
Maybe
that?
she was a raker. Teeth out. You see those choppers? She might have been a raker. Who knows?
What show did you find that from? What is that? Was that a podcast or just some
That was some kind of
bunch
it
of
was some kind of horror
dipshits?
podcasting thing.
Is that what your Twitter feed is?
Of course it is.
Oh my god. What a
Of course it
nightmare.
is. Speaking of pussies,
Alrighty.
Bill Burr was out. Now he's been running his yap
Oh,
about Elon Musk and about
on shows like when he's a
yes.
guest, yes. When they pay
Right.
him or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, he's for that. He's also what's the guy that shot the healthcare CEO?
That
Luigi.
Chuck Mangione. Is it?
Yeah, Chuck Mangione. He's pro Chuck Mangione. So apparently
How are you
he's
pro that? Jesus.
he's at a red carpet thing for Conan O'Brien. And they ask him some questions. They got some questions for old Billy boy. Billy,
Yeah,
you've been saying things about Luigi.
Calling
and,
you what you said. Yeah.
And Elon, but he's billionaires and all. We'd like to ask you a few questions about your statements. And old Willie boy over here, he shriveled up.
What about your reaction to Luigi Mangione? I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of
Some
people said.
took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that.
He's not wrong. He's not. Actually, good
Here
on
it
him.
is. Here's his controversial moment for clicks. Here it is.
Well,
Hey.
and he got nothing out of it. And
You went on these shows, you ran your yap, you had all kinds of things to say. Funny man. All right.
you
And
go.
now all of a sudden, people got a camera in your face and it's just you out there on a red carpet. And now all of a sudden, oh, you know what? I'm just a comedian. I'm just a dumb guy. What do I know?
There you go. Do you want to read what Bob Nooker said?
He has a lot of memorized material for talk shows, but when he's confronted about it, he turtles up like a bitch. Yeah. Is this a bitch? Because you think that's not bad? What? Here, you think it gets worse?
Clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you gonna bring up next? The Middle East. I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just yeah.
Well, that's true.
I'm a fucking moron. I went to summer school. I shouldn't be talking about shit. I got a podcast that I got to do 2 times a week. I go in there and I talk
Kind of like
about
us.
Me undies.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Does he do that?
What's the other one that other stuff? ZipRecruiter.
I don't listen to him, so I don't know his
No, I don't
stuff.
either.
I used to, and then he got like so shouty and ranty. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was just bored. There's too many
Look.
commercials for me, frankly. I was like,
The other thing is that I guess in a way, I don't like his politics. I don't. I think
I'm tired of him. I think that's just for me.
Well,
Just,
to be honest with you, I don't think he believes what he says he believes. I don't, because he's now part of Hollywood. He's part of the, he's got cartoons. He's doing movies. He's in what's the little Yoda movie? What's that called? The Mandalorian. The
Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's in the Mandalorian.
I had no idea he was in it, and then he popped in. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like
He's in a
I was
couple
like, that's
movies and stuff.
disappointing.
So now he's got to be all the way over on the left. He's got to be the woke. Why? Because that's where the money is. So you're a fucking sellout, is what you are.
Well, yeah,
now
if you
all of a
wanna
sudden they got
look at Disney.
microphones in your face, and here you go. Old Billy Boy's turtling up.
What do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth. I saw on The View. You're critical of him.
On The
What do
View?
you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence?
I don't
that's
watch the
going on
news.
in Tesla?
I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a
Well,
journalist.
comedians are on
You're-
top of
you're-
current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing he said that's accurate.
Right.
No, he doesn't like getting called on the carpet, literally, for what he says.
Yeah,
Like,
you wanna talk-
he was on The View. Like, come on. When you in your career show up on The View to sit with that panel, you're done.
Yeah, they like you. They're like, oh my God, and they flowing over you. You know you're on the wrong side of everything. Because I've never seen more dumb takes.
Such an ass kisser, really.
on a show than The View. And if you're in there and they're all happy with you, you fucked up. The question is,
who cares?
That original MTV coffee cup behind John from the 80s? I don't know. It was a present. It was a present.
Did you watch like Headbangers Ball?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, back in the day. Sure. We all did.
Okay.
We'd all come home from the bar or whatever. We'd turn on MTV and we would watch videos until we fell asleep. We would sit there and watch videos.
I know. Like we do now.
Like we watch TikToks now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
I know. It was like 4 whole minutes though. I mean, you got a good Whitesnake song. It might be 5.
Mm-hmm. Dire Straits. There was a band that, didn't really, the videos were probably better than their music.
I thought Mark Knopfler was pretty good. I love the Money for Nothing video. That was just.
Yeah. Well, it had MTV in it, so. Ooh.
I know. It's your money for nothing.
Well, they all get all pissed off over Elon Musk with his rockets. Oh, it blew up and there was parts falling and we didn't know where they were falling. Oh, we were worried that we were going to get hit with a piece of rocket.
Sure they were.
So in the Netherlands, they decided to show us how it was done. They got a rocket. They're going to shoot a rocket.
We know what we're doing. We're full of rocket scientists.
Here we go. Blast off.
And we have liftoff of Spectrum.
Here we go. Let's see how it works out.
Looks great. Look at the mountain.
Oh,
beautiful.
My gosh.
Has cleared the tower and is now starting the pitch over maneuver.
It's starting to pitch over.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, that looks like a lot of fire coming out. Oh, my.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're
my
coming
God.
down. It looks like a big pencil. Oh.
Where'd it go? Wait a minute.
We'll find it.
There it is.
Uh-oh. Boom,
Wait a
boom.
minute. Is it going to catch you with shot? Oh. Oh, so sorry.
What country is this?
It's terrible.
What country was that?
The Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands fails again.
Yeah.
A lawn. Bud Booger says lawn dart. It went up like woo, and then it just kind of went sideways.
Nosed over and then
fell.
came down like a.
It fell
made
flat, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, big giant boom.
Good job. I'm sure they did much better than Elon Musk.
I don't know.
I bet they have. Oh, and here's the other thing. It was an experimental rocket. People of Elon's. The left don't mention that.
No.
So it was a test.
Right.
So.
I got something for you. This lady here is an internet sensation, and not for what you think she is.
Oh,
Look
fuck.
at this.
Fuck.
This lady here. I've never seen talk about somebody that hit fell out of an ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
She looks like a monster.
And to think, Trump, you had the nerve to tell me to leave the country. Really?
Look at those eyes.
That's a lot of crazy.
Good Lord.
Everything moves independently. She's like animatronic. Oh, yeah, but I could not figure out what she reminded me of. Does anyone remember Pumpkinhead?
Is that what it is?
I think so. Oh my God.
I mean, she's all over the internet now.
She is okay. I am not. I don't want to shame people. I really don't. I try not to because it's not a good thing. This poor woman is the most unfortunate looking woman I have seen. Like she looks like she's made of clay. Like she looks like it's a monster. It's just so bad. Like when you pop that up, it's her eyes. Oh my God, they're like reading my soul. Fuck, stop putting up pictures of her.
You could slam her face in the dough and make monster cookies.
The best thing I could do is not be quiet, okay? These fuckers have fucked my life over, and I fucking want justice. God's gonna grant it, okay? It's gonna take a little time, but God's gonna grant it.
Oh my God. Oh, those eyes. Bud Booger says, fuck that. Shame.
Shame. Ah, man, I don't know what you could do with that. Like what? I don't think, even with filters,
there's no way I would sleep in the house with that thing.
That's crazy, right?
Wicked Witch of the West. She wishes. And the crazy thing is that she's only 19. She looks, if I had to describe her, it's like if Jim Carrey had a longer face and it was full of fucking craggy wrinkles. Like she looks like it's clay, like they're clay lines on her face. I can't describe her.
Somebody.
Insane eyes.
Somebody's going to make a mask of that, and that's going to be in a horror movie. That face is going to be in a horror movie.
That is going to be this year's. What is it? The Spirit of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Do like the costumes. Her face has got to be on that.
That's
Someone's got to Photoshop that right now. She is horrifying looking, and the fact that she comes out and is like with these crazy statements, and then it looks like she's got dentures. She's got like everything's just. She's like got a big face.
There's not one.
Oh my God, maybe it's the tree people, like the tree people from like Lord of the Rings or something. Like it's that. Oh.
There's not one attractive thing on her. Like you could say she's got nice eyes. You know, she's got a beautiful voice. She's baking kids in ovens in a house in the woods. Yeah. She looks like, she could be that person.
That's not the sun. She got hit with a car. Like someone took a car and threw it in her face. Like it's that. Holy jeez. No, I'm sorry. She's horribly unfortunate looking. That's got to be you got to make her the cover of the fucking her face.
What would the title be for that? World's Ugliest Woman?
Baking, I don't know, something baking kids in the oven. I don't know, like a reference to a witch or something. Or meet your new stepmom. I don't know, something awful.
All right, so
I need to pay attention to what she said.
Right,
something about Trump. Yeah,
I'm conflicted here. There's something going on over at Texas A&M University. I know I'm going to get a bunch of shit for this, but I have to stay true to myself.
Oh, okay.
Judge blocks Texas A&M University's drag ban. Temporary injunction will allow a queer student group to hold its annual Draggyland performance at the University Theater. Now, I know what you're going to say. John loves the lady boys, and this is why he's pro drag thing. But here's the problem. If this is with people over 18, consenting adults, and they want to go do a drag show and dress up like this, I have no problem with this. None whatsoever. Keep minors out of the audience. Let these guys dress up. You know, this is freedom of expression. This is entertainment if you want to do this. All right. But I don't believe that you should ban this shit. This is too much. This is too much.
So it's an annual thing. So here's the thing. I have seen, look, back in high school, the boys dressed up as cheerleaders, you know, balloons up in the sweaters and and makeup on, you know, when at the girls' powder puff games.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, technically drag, dressed up as girls. Yeah. So who knows what this is? I mean, now granted, it's they call it the queer student group. So my guess is it might be a little more, you know, maybe for your speed, like the way you like them, but still, it's an event, so whatever. You know what? You can do drag shows and make it fun. That's fine. Okay. It's just a theater thing. Faggots! Okay, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying that, you know, if this is a free speech thing for me. It's not something that. Damn it! I wish
you scrolling your TikTok feed?
I'm scrolling stuff. I wanted to try to find something. I can't find it. I fucking know where it went.
Oh, there's Mike. Hi.
Oh, there you go. He's up there.
Mike. Hey.
Yeah. There's one for you. Look at this one.
Oh, she has a.
Look,
is that the one that got bumped out of the Uber?
I don't know. She's got more rolls in a bakery. Look at that. Good Lord.
She has like a lot of front butt.
She got some front butt.
Spillage. I feel a little more better about myself.
Who the fuck told Kid Rock that to dress up like a faggot Evel Knievel? He can do anal from the front. Who thinks that that's a good look?
Fitting into something. I don't know where, I'm not sure, but it's going in a fold. Yeah, right. I'm not a big fan of Kid Rock looking like that. Oh God, there's that ghoul. She's a ghoul. Oh no, she's like the Baba Yaga. I think that's what she might be. It's the Baba Yaga.
I forgot that I had
this. What is wrong with you, Amanda?
All right. Anyhow, I wanted to talk about Boomer Bunker. Go to boomerbunker.com.
Yes.
Send us voicemails. You can give us a review. All our links are there.
You can comment on them. You can leave us a rating.
Right. And look, these are, sometimes if your podcast player doesn't give you our artwork, look at all the stuff that I got. Look, there's I need to spread seed. And there's autogenophilia. Duchess loves the working man.
Oh.
The bearded clam. Look at all the great artwork that I do that nobody sees.
Coco the ho-ho.
Coco the ho-ho, one of my favorites. And then also we go over to Boomer. You can go over to Horrible Designs, get yourself a Boomer Bunker mug.
We'll have those links, that link in our show notes.
Link's going to be in the show notes. Also be on social media.
You know what? I'll put it in our link tree. And link directly to it.
Yeah.
I have some smarts.
That is a great idea.
I'm going to open Linktree and edit it when I'm done. So I have it in there.
All right. I have some voicemails.
We do. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How did that happen? Where did that?
I don't know.
Where did that go? Do I have it sitting up here somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know where you tucked it in.
It started, but I wanted to. Oh, I know what I did. Oh shit! You're an idiot. I got my music playing. I can't figure out where. How do I get my music out of here?
I don't know. Should be fun.
Where's the music at?
Play that funky music.
There we go.
Something.
If I don't do it the right, see, this is what I'm talking about. Mike's like, oh, I don't want to mess up the show.
Yeah,
I mess up the show.
John does.
I've been doing this for a long time. Long time. I'll get to this goddamn email, or this voicemail. It's the last thing I do.
Do you have the girl from Ipanema in the area?
Sure I do. Somewhere. I don't know where she's at, but she's here somewhere. Here she is.
Which one is it called?
This one is from Half Black Neil. He forgot. We have a mandate now that you cannot use a certain word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's good, man. Half Black Neil again.
Whoops. So then he comes back.
Remember the rules.
You can only do nig or gur. Can't put them both together. Just all right.
You know what's good, y'all? It's Half Black Neil. A Jew and a black man jump off a building. Who lands first?
Duchess. Who cares? No.
Oh.
Here we go.
The black man, because chains are heavier than ash.
Chains are heavier than ash.
Oh my god.
And then, of course,
awful. Oh my god.
We have Dean. Dean always likes to call in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I heard an interesting fact about the new Snow White movie. I haven't heard that they actually had casted the 8th dwarf to be in the show, and his name was Lumpy, but he had to be scratched out because he was being played by Val Kilmer.
Oh,
poor Val.
That was unbelievable.
It's over the line.
There's a vintage
over the line.
One. There's a vintage drop.
Right.
Dean's voice sounded different on the voicemail.
I did a little tuning up.
Okay.
A little processing.
Okay.
So it sounds more like Dean than it does sound like a phone call, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Kind of, sort of.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
All right. Anything else we got to do? We did what's a good retirement gift for a retired slave? Gold chains.
Oh my god.
Budfucker sends me stuff on Twitter. I can't even play here.
I bet he does.
And they're hysterical.
You encouraged him.
I know. I love him, but we can't play him here.
There is something else. Oh, well, of course, I have a fresh supply of Boomer Bunker stickers. So if anybody would like a sticker, please reach out, send a message. You can send it to any of our profiles, and I will see it because I'm all over them. So I will be delighted to send you a sticker. All you have to do is ask. And I'll be happy to send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you do need to send me a name and an address. So I need to send it to a person.
Yeah,
So
that's
whoever that might be. It's
right.
But I don't know if you remember that last year, Josh and I did the 2024 miles in the year 2024.
That's right. We're not doing that this year?
Well, we're Josh and I are still doing them. We're just not running the graphics or anything like that. But I just thought I would give an update as to where my miles are. So right now I'm at 575 miles walked for the year. as of today. And of course, Josh is annihilating me with 670 miles. So he is 90, I think, was it 95 miles ahead of me? Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't mean anything to us because we got to know where you are, like
Well,
for 2025.
Well, he's been busy, so and we
I
just our
understand.
schedules are a little crazy, so
We're all
I don't
busy.
have any charts or anything.
Can't you just use the old one and just make it 4 or 5? Come on.
I will talk to him. Perhaps maybe we can do something.
I expect a little bit more from Josh.
And do it. Oh,
I do. I mean, if we're going to sit here and talk about this, I need graphics.
Well, he didn't know I was talking about it until he probably listens to it. So I will ask him. He has a couple big events coming up, so maybe we can do one like once a month. Like maybe like a recap at the end of the month.
All right.
So Sparky says we need a chart. Where is Ross Perot?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I will talk to Josh and see how he can work it out.
Right.
And
Some people send us graphics, and I expect, when people are going to do stuff for the show, I expect really good graphics like this one.
oh my God.
You didn't know who that was? You didn't see that at first?
No, I'd seen it. I didn't know you were going to put it up. Mike is
There
a
she
genius.
is on her hike. She's got
I hope so.
Eric Zane's head and his spinal cord.
Yuck. Am I wearing an oven mitt on the other hand?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know
to
what
be
that
honest
was.
with
I
you.
just noticed it at the last second. Bud Bugger, I got you covered. I'll get you a sticker.
Yeah. There it is. What is that? What is that in the other hand?
It looked like it. Oh, I think it's like,
Snowball?
it's just, yes, it's whatever the character is. I wish my
Mhm.
biceps looked like that. That's fucking amazing.
You really want manly arms like that?
Well, I'd like more defined arms. Maybe they don't have to be, they don't have to be manly. And
Mhm.
Zane doesn't have a spine. Well, certainly
See?
not.
That's right.
No shock there.
All right, everybody. We will be back Monday. I don't know what's going on with the Duchess, if she'll be back here Monday or not.
I
you
will
think you'll
be
make
back
it?
on Monday. Yeah. I come back Sunday. So I will on Monday I'll probably be like, I'm dying. But I will
Yeah.
be up. I will be sore, but I will be there.
Okay. Well, we will be back here Monday. Thank you
Yeah.
for hanging out with us. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense. Mike, thank you for being in our back
Producer
end. You
Mike.
did a wonderful job, Mike.
We love having you in the back end, Mike.
1
There you
hour
go.
and
You're
47
welcome.
minutes in.
I know. That's a gift, my friend. You are welcome. I
right.
give. I'm a giver.
Yes, you are. All right, everybody.
Here's
We
another
will be
one.
back Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening. Please share us with your friends. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let people know about this podcast. I think we do a good job. I mean, every once in a while, I get squirrely. I get it. But it's do it for the Duchess, if not for me. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.